Happy Rivian R2 Day! My name is Sherwin and we are in the Model Y studios. Shout out to Frank, my new friend that I met at the supercharging station. I had to charge up because today is going to be a long day. Matter of fact, the next couple of days is going to be very long. There's so many things going on the next couple of days. Today, I plan to head on out to Laguna Beach. I don't have a ticket to the announcing and stuff at 10 a.m. I don't have a ticket to that, but I do have a ticket tonight where I can probably check out the car. I don't think it's the finished product. It's probably a prototype or something. But I get to go check it out. It's tonight, and the problem is I have basketball tonight with some friends, and man, I'm like, what if I go there early, see if I could just take a peek early enough, and then drive back so I could go play some games with my friends. But we'll see, because it's at 6. My ticket says 6 p.m. and we start playing at the gym at around 8 p.m., 8 to 10, and it's a drive. So the events in Laguna Beach and where we play basketball at, we just moved gyms, is what city is that? I think it's Upland. It's close to the Upland Tesla dealership. So it's quite a drive, plus Southern California traffic. So we'll see what happens. But there's a couple people that are heading out there. Actually, they're there now. That I'm gonna be meeting up, hopefully, if I could find them, unless I just take a peek and leave. I made a reservation and we'll talk about it more later. So I got to Laguna Beach and met with people at Hotel Laguna. They were hanging out and discussing what they saw earlier that day. This was the first time I've been to Laguna Beach, although I've been to Crystal Cove before, which is like north of that. So it's a pretty nice area. I've never seen so many Rivians in one place. I'm not sure if it's like normal or is it because the event was taking place that day, but there was also a ton of Teslas, a ton of Model Ys. And speaking with people who live nearby, it's common to see Tesla, but not Rivian. So I guess it might be because of that event. I met some friends there and met new friends, mostly on Twitter, and they are Rivian owners and they talk about Rivian content. I finally met them in person. I wanted to pick their brain. So this was another reason why I wanted to head on out, is because I wanted to actually pick their brain. They have Rivian, so I discussed with them just some questions that I had from owning their Rivian, and just getting a feel for how they like it and things that I may have missed while I was doing my research. So I learned a lot that day. It was getting close and I took a peek at the line once again, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna wait on on this line. I don't like to wait. I was also giving up my weekly basketball games. I play basketball with some friends, and that's my only way of burning calories. And I love basketball. Plus, I know if I see that R2 in person and I have to wait till 2026, it's just gonna make my wait a lot more difficult. So I didn't see the Cybertruck in person when they showed it off back in 2019, I think. But I did place my order like October 2021. So I also did not do like the first day reservation. But yeah, I did my reservation first day, like within a few minutes after the presentation started. Why did I reserve the Rivian R2? Well, when 2026 comes around, my current Model Y Performance will be 4 years old, and Project Juniper is around the corner, I think. I'm not really sure. If you don't know what Project Juniper is, it's the refresh of the Model Y. There is no like official announcement of it, but there's a lot of information floating around on the internet, a lot of rumors. And if you were to take Project Highland, which is the Model 3 refresh, if you take the features that was given, I'm pretty sure they're going to apply it to the next generation Model Y. So there's some cool things in there that I'm pretty excited about as well. But that is the plan. Around 2026 is when I would consider, just consider, trading in the Model Y, whether it be for the Rivian R2 or the new refresh of the Model Y. I have said that the Model Y is the best car I've ever owned, but that's like comparing to my previous gas car, and that's an easy win for the Model Y. Comparing it to the Model 3, I prefer the Model Y just because of the hatch design. I sit taller, and I feel there's just more utility. I could fit a lot more stuff because of that hatch design. I also have a factory installed hitch as well. I can't really compare it to the Model X because it's just a different car. But the Model Y is of higher quality and I have less issues with it. I am also curious about just trying another EV other than Tesla. I'm curious. After the R1T demo, it's opened my eyes to other possibilities, especially that now Rivian has a location nearby. I'm not going to go over the technical specs. There's plenty of videos going around on that, so you could just check those out. But what I am going to go over are just things that stood out for me. First off, when I looked at the R1T, there were just these subtle things I wish Tesla put in their vehicles. One of them, and I've mentioned it in the video, is just the placement of the USB ports. I think where they placed them on the R1T, I prefer those locations over where the Model Y and the Model X have them. The vents under the center screen, I really like that. I feel more air coming through, at least for me. Now, I've heard different opinions on that from R1T owners. Now, I'm not sure if the R2 will have the vents under the center screen, but I'm hoping it does because I really like that design. The R2 has structural batteries, so it is now part of the structure, just like the Model Y. It'll come with a heat pump, just like the Model Y, although it isn't a big deal because I live in Southern California, but it's still a plus just in case we travel to an area where it's cold. It'll improve efficiency. It comes with a power rear glass. So if you've seen Forerunners, the rear glass on the tailgate actually lowers. And this is great because I don't have to open my garage door just to gain access to the trunk. I have to do that with the Model Y unless I move it a little bit more forward, but I just got a lot of junk in the way there. So I think this is a real good feature to have. The windows in the back, is it considered a window because it doesn't really roll down? But the glass, it vents. It has a vent mode where it kind of just opens a little bit. It reminds me of my Toyota Sienna, so I really like that. Powered frunk, I'm not really too sure if it's going to have a powered frunk, but usually Rivians have powered frunks. I don't necessarily need it, but it's good to have because regardless of whether it has a powered frunk or not, in our Tesla, we use the frunk a lot because we put food there. It's a separate storage space, so when we have food in there, it doesn't stink up the cabin. So we really use the frunk a lot, whether or not it's powered. I mean, but having it powered is just another plus. The $100 deposit is refundable. I mean, interest-free loan. Are you gonna nitpick $100? What kind of investment can you get into, and then be like, oh, I should have just invested it there, and instead of putting the pre-order. I mean, $100, it's not that much, and it's refundable. So if I change my mind, I get it back. And again, it's not a Tesla. I just want to try something different. But the deal breaker would be if it doesn't have ventilated seats. Sorry, give me my $100 back. I'm getting another Model Y. The ventilated seats are just very important to me. It's very important to me. Now, an update to the insurance video. I finally got a hold of someone at Tesla and given them a VIN number, and they quoted me $279 just for adding the R1T. That's with the 500 collision deductible and 100 comprehensive deductible. But it would be more accurate once the renewal takes place. So I'm in between renewals and my app is not fully functioning because, again, I'm in between this renewal period. So they said to either call back, or when the app becomes available, I could plug in the VIN and get a more accurate estimate. So a couple of shout outs. So shout out to DC Zeller for sharing some information about insurance quotes. I'm going to put his comment there. So it's pretty interesting. So thank you for sharing that. Bob QI4NR, man. So he shares that he's only paying $108 a month for a 2023 Camaro ZL1 1LE. Very nice car. I am jealous of your rate. I think the last car I ever had that was closer to the low $100 was, I think, the Prius. The Prius I was paying like $130, somewhere around there, but not 108. And you have a Camaro ZL1. Yeah, I'm jealous, but thank you for sharing. A couple people have shared that they're going to be taking deliveries of a new Model X. So shout out to Out K2S T77, stealth gray 5-seater. Bro, when you get that, put that sucker on insane mode. It's, the name says it all, so just be careful. And then user something or is ordering a Plaid. Hopefully you're going for the Team Ultra Red with the cream interior. So congratulations to both of you and good luck on your delivery. Annette Hans has also shared that she will be doing a demo drive on the R1S. So I can't wait to hear back and let me know what you think about that. That's pretty much about it. If you haven't seen the latest update on my insurance video, please go check that out. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the video, please like. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.